Is that goal? It's not what's called anymore. So it's not. Guys, whatever it's called. What it's called? September. It's over. But burnt kitties in the 90s, so they took it away. Burnt them because it was spicy. They got rid of the fizzy ones. Okay, you're gonna need to tell me, is it only in Australia that you have Whiz Fizz? Have you guys ever heard of Whiz Fizz? Who has heard of Whiz Fizz? Signed out. All right, I don't know what that is. Something you would see. Yeah, you need to see your urologist. No, Whiz Fizz is what you get in a show bag when you go to the Royal Show. Basically, Subween. Okay, I don't know what that was. Just ignore that. So, Whiz Fizz, it's like sherbet. And it basically comes in like this little sachet, this paper sachet. You rip the top off and it comes with like a little shovel and then you put it on your tongue. What's a Royal Show? Oh my God. Well, we were supposed to go this year, except I didn't tell Exceed and we didn't discuss it. In my head, we were supposed to go. Next year, next September, we'll go. Okay, you have to remind me in about July, August. Basically, it's like a fair and there's rides and there's show bags and there's animals and there's wood chopping competitions and there's horse riding. It's really fun. Day out in the sun. Okay, this one's like melted. Okay. Gabby, thank you for this opportunity to show you my favorite facial expressions, because that's all that's good about this moment, that you guys get to laugh at my insufferable. All right, I think the warheads are out of date. They're all like sticky. Get your clippings. No. If you're gonna go, like, I don't want any of your grass clippings. You should put them in the bin. Don't get them ready. Okay, Karen? Grass clippings or any type of clippings, go in the bin. Do you not like warheads? It's not that I don't like warheads, it's that I can't really handle warheads. Okay? I don't know how sour these will be. I thought that we did the right thing in buying them bulk, but they seem to have like melted. They don't really, I don't know if they're sour on the outside. Oh, they're okay. Nope, they're not okay. They're still sour. Oh. I'm good. Good. Oh. 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 Oh God. Gives me like shivers. She's good, she's good, she's not good. I think I'm good now. I'm good. Thanks, Gabby. Who did you trap in the drawer? Didn't succeed. He was naughty. So, and I got hungry over the week. So I had to skin him. I ate him, and then I left his bones to dry out. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Roselli. You guys are crazy, amazing. Appreciate it. Okay, I did have a good vacation, staycation. It was lovely. I'm very, very excited for some ideas that I've got planned. Little ideas. I didn't do too much thinking about streaming. I missed you guys, and I missed being, doing stuff, but I didn't do a lot of work. I was good. I didn't do a lot of work. I didn't spend a lot of time in my office, other than all of the car research that I've done. Guys, never thought I would be a person that would eat
Delicious.
hard stuff.
Good time zone, folks. Smiley face.
Think about it, 9 months, we got a pineapple. Takes 9 months. I've been told, okay, no one fact check this, but we've been saying that pineapples take 9 months to grow. And instead of people say Twitch baby, we say Twitch pineapple. He was naughty last week, yeah. Yep, and I got hungry. It got worse after you said it's all good, it's all good. There was another question. I can't post it. I can't scroll up, so someone repost it. Twitch baby, no, Twitch pineapples.
You've got mail.
Molly, I have a serious question. I've been trying to make meals for my mum to help with her diabetes, but I can only cook so many beans and salmon dishes. Great. Let me help. So, if you want to switch to, let me do some research. Terrence has sent me a DM, but small switches that you can do is you want to look for foods that are lower GI. So you want to look for, like if you're using rice, you want to use like basmati rice. It's got less starch, but also it's lower GI. So the energy is released slowly, so you get it like a more of a consistent release of your energy and the carbohydrates, so that you won't get a massive peak in blood sugars, which is really good. There's heaps of different things that you can try and do. Let me help. On the top of my head, I can't, I don't want to say anything wrong, so let me get back to you in the next few days. But I'd love to help. She cut rice at Tardos. She cut rice completely out of her diet because of the sugar breakdown. Yeah, okay. So some people, if she was still eating it, then you would just make a switch. But if she's not, things like, what were we saying, beans and what were you making at the moment? Things like veggies. Is she, like her personal preference, is she having like artificial sugars that don't change her blood sugar? Or is she completely cutting out any type of sweetener? Black beans are said to help, as it's been a lot of that. Okay, quinoa. If anyone else has any ideas, we'll talk about it in Discord or talk about it here, and we can help in any way. She's out of her meds, so I'm trying to help with her food take. Okay, awesome. Is there, can she get access to more meds? Is it something that it's hard to, I can imagine diabetes meds are expensive, right? And your food intake is one of the best things that you can do to control. Exceed's dad is diabetic as well, and changing his diet has been big. In time, but her doc, I can't imagine how hard it is. In the US, the system and the access, and the cost of things, from what I've heard. But yeah, if we can help in any way, we'll chat in Discord and I'll do some research. Lentils and chickpea stuffs? Yeah. Is she type 1 or type 2? All right, so soups, yeah. Keep her hydrated as well. So we were supposed to do jalapeno poppers. They decided, my grocery order came this morning. Oh my God, it's 9:17, we haven't even made anything. We have gotten it down to 200, but that's still bad. She's 1.5. Okay, so from my understanding, the way of measuring the units and things in Australia is different to the US. So I'll have to do some research as well on numbers and things like that, because your unit of measurement is different. The foods and stuff isn't different, but it's just the practices and stuff may be slightly different from how we do it in Australia. and the, you know, how to manage it. Cauliflower rice would work. I just have to look at cauliflower rice. Veggies, heaps of veggies. Protein is really important as well. Yeah, way different. I don't know how to convert. Yeah. So average sugar here for blood sugar is 90. Her blood sugar. See, ours is like between, you're looking at about 4 to like, I think, I gotta go back to like 4 to 20. Shadi would know. Shadi, yeah. But like the kind of the high end is like your 20s and 30s. You want to stay between like 3, depending on like what stage of like if you've had food and things like that. I did study diabetes in university, but I don't want to, like I try and stay away from giving advice and things on or talking about stuff like that because I'm not a health professional in that area. So veggie noodles and rices. So she was saying, yeah, veggie rices could work. But yeah, definitely. I think it's a conversation. If you guys are familiar with it and you know anything above 10 is risky. Yeah, it is. But it's also dependent on what your level is. So with different people, they're like, it's like blood pressure. With some people, blood pressure, the range that we say with a normal healthy range, like a normal range, is normal for the average person. Whereas some people live higher, some people live lower, and they titrate it. But your above 10 to 20 is high, and you're at risk. But that's kind of like when I'm talking about like the scale of range. Like anything below 3 is the hypo, anything above 10 is your hyper. Yeah. So going back to it, I don't know how spicy these are. They say they're mild, but they're not bad enough to do a it's not fat enough to do a jalapeno popper, right? It's a very skinny mummy. So we'll try one and see what they turn out like. You could swap the days, vampire cookies today and poppers next time. I think that's what we might do. Could you stuff 2 together? But you know, because what we do is we cut them in half. The way that the mummy poppers work is you cut them in half, and you one chili will make 2 mummies. You cut them in half. You fill them with cream cheese mixture. Then you wrap them with puff pastry. You bake them at a really high temperature, and then you put eyes on them. They're super easy, but they need to be fat, or you won't get a lot of cream cheese. There's not a lot of room, yeah. So, Frankenpopper. I don't know how. They're not very spicy. They're not like capsicum. Mummy's on a diet. Not spicy at all. When you think of cayenne, like cayenne chili, you think of like super spicy, don't you? Maybe it's the seeds they get, yeah. Okay, so that's disappointing. I'm very, very sorry for that. So, we're gonna make creepy naan to go with our, what are we gonna call it? I wanna make butter chicken that's like spooky. How do you, maybe we put some like chopped up olives or something on the surface, and then the black naan bread. Okay, I think we'll do that, and then we'll do the cookies. The vampire cookies are a good idea. Creepy chicken, yeah. Have to board soon. So Copat, where are you flying to? Where are you going off to? All right, so we're gonna go into the enjoy the stream. No worries. Thank you for being here. Let me just log in here. Guys, I'm all over the place. Make the sauce really red, bloody chicken. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, so we're using food color for the naan bread. I think it's gonna freak Exceed out. And hopefully that means he won't eat it because Exceed is a naan fiend. He's a fiend for the naan. Okay, so we've got red for the butter chicken and then black for the naan, okay? That's that. We're gonna need bread dough. Okay, let me just tilt you this way a bit. Here we go. Welcome to the other area of the pantry. Gotta get the scales. Look, now you see all the pantry. Yeast. See you, Matala. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your help and your advice. A good need some Greek yogurt. And the salt is already there. Okay. We might not have seen this much of the pantry before. You look at it like. So usually there's dishes or something, so I hide them. Keep them hidden from you. Okay. So put this here. Bang. Okay, on. I should bring up the recipe. Oh no, damn it. One moment. Naan. Stuffed naan. Oh, that's good. Sorry. Just here. Okay, so 270 grams of bread flour, 3 tablespoons. Okay. Oh, you still got, oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's a good pickup. Good one. I have to change that. Exceed usually does the titles and stuff. I added them when we were doing the sponsor stuff. And then I must have not noticed that I did it. Okay, 270 grams. Oh, naan bread is so good. I'm gonna do more. Yeah, it's like 4 cups, like that. And then you want yeast. This recipe is on the website, and the website is coming. It's just been a lot more work, and I should have learned, but I am learning now. We're not talking about things that are coming up until that happen, because sometimes like you have an idea of like how things are going to be, and then me usually is like me and Exceed, but a lot of the stuff I do, like I'm a one-man team. It takes me a lot longer than I ever expect, and I don't want to let you guys down. So it's just going to be a little bit longer because I had the week off. I didn't do anything on the website, so this week is full bore and hopefully coming soon. Yeah, disclaimer. Yes. Okay, so you need Greek yogurt in here. Greek yogurt's going to give it some tanginess, but then also some fat, which is going to keep it nice and soft and moist. Okay. Yum. I need to fill up my oil pourer while I'm here. So I use extra virgin olive oil. I don't really use this for frying, other like shallow frying, but not at a high temperature. because it's got a really nice fruity, peppery flavor. But olive oil shouldn't really go to high temperatures. So I just buy it in a big container like this. Costs about $28, I think. Okay, so we've added salt, yeast, oil, Greek yogurt, and then we're going to add a little bit of water in a minute. And just turn this on. So you want to knead it. We're using bread dough, bread flour, which is going to have a lot more structure, has a high protein count, so it's going to be chewier. If you don't have bread flour, it's okay, you can use plain flour. Just won't have as much chewiness to it and as much structure, but it's completely fine. It'll just be a lighter area naan bread, but some people prefer that. Did you buy the stainless steel dough hook separately? I did. I think it was $60 or $80. I love it, because I've gone through 2 dough hooks where the enamel chips off. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I don't really use my stand mixer for beating. Like this is, it's okay, pretty good. You can get a stainless steel one out of that. The paddle, I just had this one, but I never really use them because I use my hand mixer a lot more than I do my KitchenAid. I use this for kneading, so that's why I invested in the bigger one. You just buy it from the Kitchen Warehouse website. Oh, not Kitchen Warehouse, KitchenAid website. So basically just enough. It's going to still be a dough that we're going to need to roll out. So we don't want it to be too hydrated, too much water. And I'm going to add black food colouring, probably into the water. Do the swirl. It's going to be like a grey, but it's still going to be a bit spookier than normal white. Never seen a big tub of olive oil like that, really? Interesting. Ba, 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 ba. Oil should break down the gluten. I'm not familiar, like oil will slow down, like fat will slow down the formation of gluten, but I never heard of it breaking down the gluten. It slows down the process of the yeast as well. Right. So waste. I should have put the food colouring in the water first, because now added too much water, so I'm going to add it directly in there. So this is just Chef Master food colour, liquid gel, which is good. We'll wipe up the mess. Just so that nothing stains. There we go. I'm going to let that knead. It may appear the dough as a little bit stickier, but as the structure grows and your gluten forms, it will come together and it'll be firmer and less sticky. So cool, just let that go. Level 1, bring this back. Okay. So push these out the way. We're going to start with the buttered chicken. And so the recipe for that in your kitchen is, yes, it is pretty big. It's pretty banging. Good morning. Hey Al, good morning. How you doing? Okay, buttered chicken recipe we're going to use from First Things First. So we had this weird shape that we had to work with in the kitchen. So we built a wall, and so we've got the kitchen, and then we walk around the back and you've got the pantry. It is a wide angle, so it will make it look a bit different. But yeah, it is pretty big.
Delicious.
Al, 6 months. So
Loved every
great
month
to have
hard.
you here. How you been? Hope you've had a good week. Hold on, it's Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm all turned around with what days and whatever. Okay, it's our first stream back from our holidays. Welcome in. Your pantry is the size of many kitchens. Yeah. For us, for a long time, we lived in a lot of rental houses with very, very small kitchens, and it was our second kitchen number 2 was about the size of that pantry. So yes, it's not lost on us how lucky we are, and the space that we've used. We're very, very, and this is my full-time job. So you know how you have so lots of the streamers who have like awesome setups and things like that. This is my domain. This is my stream setup. Okay, so butter chicken from First Things First. So you guys have got this. You can get, the website's down at the moment, but you can still get the ebook on Google Books and anywhere you get ebooks, like on Apple. Is it Apple Books? Wherever the ebooks on Apple. All right, we're gonna need Greek yogurt, lemon juice, turmeric, garam masala, chili powder, cumin, ginger, garlic, chicken breast or thighs. So that is for your marinade, and then you can let that sit for a few hours. And then we're gonna make the curry portion as well for the buttered chicken, which is butter, obviously, onion, cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, star anise, cumin, paprika, diced tomatoes, chicken stock, and a little bit of honey. And then we're gonna serve it with some naan, rice, and Greek yogurt. Okay, it's gonna be delicious. Very, very tasty. Had a great weekend, thanks. Good to hear, Al. Now, so I bought some chicken. How many of you guys like butter chicken? I think it seems to be the most common, like curry or, you know, Indian dish. For most people, it's kind of like their go-to. I prefer to make it quite like spicier, kind of like your medium to hot. Whereas if you have kids or you don't like spicy, you don't have to add any chili or only the touch. It's pretty versatile, which is fantastic. And it can be eaten on its own. You can put it on pizza. You can eat it with naan, rice. It's so good. It's so unhealthy. I stay away from it. It's okay. Like that's fair enough. The thing with making it yourself, you can tweak it and you can change it. The thing with making it unhealthy, do you think, is like the cream or the Greek yogurt? Is that what you're talking about, Dreamweb? Because there's definitely things that you can do if you don't like Greek yogurt. You could use like an evaporated milk or like a low-fat cream. And you could add veggies. I think the ones that are, you know, with food that you buy at takeaway or Chinese, Indian, you don't know what's in it, and it's a lot more indulgent. Whereas that's the benefit of eating from home, because you can make those tweaks and changes, and like, I don't think that this version is very unhealthy. I've wrapped up this chicken very well. So that is 2 kilos of chicken breast. Saw a cardiologist this year, which turned out to be nothing, but he was saying a lot of Indian people develop cardiac issues due to their diet. I think that's I suppose ghee maybe. Like that's like because they cook a lot in ghee. But I think that's a generalization because, you know, a lot of people have cardiac issues. But I think I don't know if maybe it's their genealogy as well. Maybe. Interesting. Whereas Mediterranean diet, high in fats, high in olive oils, high in sardines, fatty fish, things like that, they have a lower, like some people in Italy, like northern Italy, are living over, like it's called a blue zone. I read that where you, a higher percentage than normal of people live over 100, and a lot of it is to do with their diet. So much chicken. Yeah, so this will last us a while. I usually portion them into one chicken breast and then pop it in the freezer. And so we ran out. Hello. You smell the meat, did ya? I walked away to get some dinner. What are we making with the chicken? We're making spooky butter chicken. Funny because lots of what they tell you to cut out for heart health just aren't in much Indian foods, such as red meats. Yeah. All right, just looking at this dough. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Okay. Spooky skeleton. So we're gonna have grey naan. Oh, shit on my hands. Okay. So what do you, guys, we haven't talked enough about you. What did you all get up to this past week? We've been on holidays, what do you guys get up to? Gray, you're crazy. Boo, 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 boo. I know. Okay, Greek yogurt. Did I put that away already? Hello, Miss Potter. I did. Okay, so I need to change the title because bloody Woolworths delivered my groceries this morning and they switched out my jalapenos for cayenne chilies that are like skinny, you can't feel them. So, unfortunately, we've had to pivot. We're making spooky buttered chicken and we're gonna do maybe some vampire cookies. It's a bit sad, I know. I should change the title right now. I should do it. Maybe they're maybe they're invisible. They're vampire cookies, vampire mummies, and they only come out at night time. Twitch. Hey Bean, Miss Potter. How was PAX? Did you enjoy yourself? Stay out of trouble, I hope. PAX was really good, thank you. Amazing. I was a bit sad, didn't come over and visit. Okay, there we look. I'm taking the tags out for Wrath. Okay, spooky butter chicken, black naan, and spooky butter chicken from Molly Ween. There we go. Done. Update it. Okay, I'm gonna fix this goal because you guys start new goal. Let's go. A new goal is. Okay. Oh, I accidentally did 214. We'll stop that. It won't let me take 2 away. Okay. It's only letting me. Okay, I had to do 20. I tried to make it 14, but it wouldn't let me. Twitch being glitchy. Okay. Right. There we go. No, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Exclamation mark title. Try again. I know. I swear I pressed OK, save. Maybe refresh. Is it on the bottom? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Miss Potter, have you settled into your house with the new puppy now? You're all feeling settled? Because it's nearly coming up to a year for you, right? All right, so Greek yogurt, turmeric, lemon juice. So turmeric, lemon. Okay, if you want to hack this and you want to save time, sometimes if I'm being lazy, I'm just always trying to be honest with you. Sometimes I make the marinade and the curry ingredients together and then cook it. But the way it's written, first things first, the first Molly cookbook, butter chicken, it'll blow your mind. It's so good. There's the marinade and then the curry. So we'll do it properly. Because we do that around here. We follow recipes. Okay. Onion. Been in the house 6 months, puppy's been 5 months. Amazing. How exciting. I'm so happy for you. The puppy is so cute. Okay, garam masala, chili powder. Okay, so that is cayenne chili. Garam masala I bought more of. There. Cumin, ginger, garlic. Oh, they go through this. I think that puppies, prove me wrong if you guys tell me about your pets, but I think medium-sized dogs, they go through this stage, or maybe old dogs, like a year, at least a year and a half, then they start to behave. And they're after this like teenage period where they kind of calm down. But Romeo was crazy for a year and a half to 2 years. Chester about a year and a half. And like, he was just, they would dig, and then they would like chase their tail, and they would chew things, but then after that they were a lot better. And yeah, not too naughty now. Garlic, cumin. The teenagers, God. I don't know if I could do children after dealing with 2 dogs. He's still a school kid, I guess. Yeah, I'm tired. Yes. Romeo we think that maybe he either had allergies or he may have choked, like got like something up his nose or in his mouth, like something stuck. But for a good 3 to 4 days, he was doing this reverse sneezing. So dogs that are small breed, that like a pug, you know, like with the smooshed nose. Romeo's a Shih Tzu, multi-Shih Tzu poodle cross. They do this thing called reverse sneezing, where you know how we sneeze outward, and you go, achoo. Dogs go like that, and they sneeze inward. If you Google it, it is the most terrifying sound to hear in your own pet. It sounds like they're choking, and his ribs would flare, and it was like he was choking. It's so scary. They go, oh, you talk to the vet, and they go, oh, it's no stress, and you're like, holy fuck, he looks like he's about to die. Like, he looks like he's gasping for air, and the vets like tell you not to stress and not to worry, and it will pass. He was doing this for 4 days, and then you give them Claritine or like a antihistamine, and it helps with it. But we think then I walked into the Exceed's office, and I scared Romeo, and then he had a coughing fit, and then I think we passed it. So we think that maybe something was lodged, but like it scared the shit out of us. I love to pay $200 for the vet, say it's fine, right? It's so frustrating. Just to like for 2 seconds, you can't even ring them, and they're like, bring the dog in, I want to see them. Yeah, vets, they're frustrating. I think it's because, like, I'm not saying I'm not hating on vets too much, but the freaking expensive. And I feel like sometimes they aren't always doing things in the best interest for the dog or you. It's can be a little bit, yeah. They do great work, dogs are just silly. No, so one of our other dogs had an abscess, and as a nurse, like I was like, it's fine, like once it bursts then I'll look after it. They wanted, without it, like there was just so much pressure, they booked me in for surgery the next day that was, without even telling me the cost of whatever it was gonna be and what was involved, they booked me in and they were like, yep, you've got to be here at 9 a.m. I was like, whoa, hold on. What am I, like what's actually involved? What am I gonna be charged for? And they wanted to put the dog under anesthetic to then burst this abscess and clean it and whatever. And so it was anesthetic costs, the medication costs. And it was going to be $1,800 for this surgery. And I was like, no, like if it doesn't burst overnight, like I'll ring you in the morning, but I'm not, you can't, pressure me into this. And rather than like, if it was a human, you would just lance it, put like a needle in it real quick, pop it, and then maintain it. It burst overnight, thank God. But I don't know if pet insurance is worth it. But yeah, like I looked after it myself. I literally just bathed him in some betadine over a period of a few days. I looked after it myself. But like, just that they didn't even tell me how much it was gonna be and booked me in for surgery. And there was just like no accountability on their end for education of like being able to just put someone in debt or put someone, it was just irked me. It just really frustrated me. Would you like to nurse my dog also? Sure. Chip him over. How you guys had good success with pet insurance? I hate how vets are closed on Sunday and bank holidays. What if it's an emergency? Yeah. I'm sending Molly all my vet requests from now on. No, I'm okay with human questions. One of my girlfriends is a vet nurse, so I just ring her sometimes. And she gives me advice. She's like, no stress, no worries. Nice, Aladdin's girl, fabulous. I hope it was delicious. Knowing how much vets charge 100%. Yeah, it's just like, I don't mind like making the informed decision if you give me the upfront cost, but don't try and like swindle me. Pet insurance was definitely paid off for us. It's everything. Yeah, that's what I hear if dogs. We were looking at getting a golden retriever, maybe for our next dog, or we didn't get Chester, and we hear like golden retrievers, Labradors, they eat everything, right? Yes, we called our vet nurse friend a fair few times too. So let's go here. You can see this big lot of chicken breasts. Hello. Right. Oh, hello. There you go. Nice. Have you been to Buenos Aires? I don't remember if I've asked. I get to go tomorrow. Oh my God. No, I haven't been to. I lived in Brazil, but when I was in Brazil, part of my visa wasn't allowed to leave. I was there on exchange when I was 17. So I've just been to Brazil and travelled around the whole part. Buenos Aires would be amazing. Oh, thank you. So you got this angle, this here, there, in the pantry sometimes. So we've only got 4 cameras now. We used to have 7 in our old house, but for now, you guys can see everything you need to see. Did you make your own garam masala or they sell it there? I bought it. You can make it yourself, but sometimes I'm just lazy. easy and I just use the store-bought one. You have that Challenger pen, don't you, Molly? What do you think of that? This one? It's kind of like a Challenger pen. It's a Brunswick Bakers. This one here. Brunswick Bakers from Kitchen Warehouse. Good. Very good. Kate has one too. It's very good. Feels like we're cooking. That's exactly what I want. I want you to feel like you're hanging out at the kitchen with me, chatting with your friend, talking some nonsense. Okay, so Greek yogurt, onion, lemon juice, turmeric, garam masala, cumin, cayenne or chili powder, whatever you like. Then we're gonna need to get some ginger as well. Cardamom pods, stick of cinnamon, cinnamon stick, or you can use ground cinnamon if you want. Now, this is the moment that we go in behind here, because my whole spices I keep behind here because I don't really need them that often. Clove, probably seeds, which one? Star anise, there. If you don't have whole spices, use ground, but just try and make sure they're freshly ground, so they just have more kind of flavor pungency. But fresh, whole is better. Cloves, star anise, cumin, paprika. Paprika, sweet paprika. You can use smoked if you want, if you like that flavor. Fabulous. Paprika, star anise, just make sure we've got everything. A little bit of honey. Chicken stock powder, just here. Sometimes I use mushroom stock powder too. This butter chicken is really good with halloumi or paneer if you want to do a vegetarian version. Super yummy. We found out when we did vegetarian month. Okay, I'll just take this off. Like that. I come to get honey and diced tomatoes. And diced tomatoes here. You just buy naan at the store. You can make your own, it's so much better. I just buy the naan and the curry. So the butter chicken recipe is from the cookbook. The naan bread recipe will be on the website. It is good. Good for pizza bases, good for flatbread, filled naan as well. Spinach and ricotta, or spinach and feta filled naan. Okay, diced tomatoes. Just buy them in a can. Then a little bit of honey, just adds a little bit of sweetness, which is nice with butter chicken. And I think we're good to get going. So all you need to do is grab yourself a bowl. Whatever bowl you want. And into here you want half a cup of Greek yogurt. Much room. This. I love to watch Molly cook, but I'm a terrible cook. No. What do you find, Amy? What do you find that is the biggest struggle that you have? Is it the actual cooking process itself, or is the organization? Is it that you work super hard and that it's just not an interest for you? And you're a busy lady. So half a cup of Greek yogurt is good. Because the thing is that there's just people that just don't enjoy cooking, and it feels like a chore. 100%. My middle brother, he never likes cooking. He likes to eat, likes different fancy restaurants and different cuisines, but for him, cooking just felt like yeah, like a chore. He felt like that there was no like interest or no enjoyment, and he would just cook to then eat or like survive, basically. So I 100% get that. Yeah, not interested in it enough. Yeah, amazing. All right, we're gonna add in half a teaspoon of turmeric, like that. A beautiful color. Turmeric. The great thing about spices in general, when we're talking about Indian food in particular, the spices not only have amazing flavor, aroma, but they also have really great health properties. Turmeric is one that has anti-inflammatory properties, really great for aches and also relieving kind of like when you're the flu, inflammation, and helping you kind of clear your sinuses and everything. It's really, really great. So garlic, ginger, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. Not only it's gonna taste good, but it's also gonna do goodness inside your body as well. It's kind of multi-purpose. Okay, then keep looking at the miso chicken. Miso salmon is next to the recipe. So I keep looking at that. I'm like, add sesame oil, what? Garam masala. Hey Google, what is garam masala?
According to Wikipedia, garam masala, from Hindustani garama masala, is a blend of ground spices originating from India. It is common in Indian, Pakistani, Nepalese, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan, and Caribbean cuisines. It is used alone or with other seasonings.
Chili, this is cayenne chili powder, just a little bit of that, depending on how spicy you like it. As long as I have a ton of time and I'm in the mood. Yeah, nice. Baking is good. I think that there's a lot of people that you either like baking or cooking. Some people who are more driven to kind of the technical aspect of baking, and they're that type of, I hate the word perfectionism. They're more logical, and they like to, baking is more for them, breads, cooking, whereas cooking is a little bit of that, it's just more creative. And they say that, what is the saying, that cooking is something, but baking is like an art, where, I don't know, because I think both of them is a form of expressionism. If I deviate from the recipe, there will be no food. Yeah, but that's also, as the more you cook, the more you build your experience, the more you grow in your skills, and you build in confidence. And once you're more confident, then you've got kind of like a knowledge skill behind you as like a foundation, and what worked last time, you can bring that into this new recipe. You have that kind of foundation of like spices and things that go together. And also, one of the best things you can do is eat, because if you go out and experience different types of food, when you come back and you cook, you'll know what you like and you'll know what you don't like, and you'll be able to have a better appreciation and understanding for food and flavor than someone who hasn't tried a lot of different foods. So, when you're starting out, the best thing to do is go out and find food that you do like, and then try and replicate that. Like, so say if you went out to a street taco food truck, and you tried this type of like birria taco, or Indian, it's the same as any type of food, any sushi or whatever. You come home, you go, I really like that. How can I make that myself? And then that gives you the confidence, and you're intrigued to replicate something you already enjoy, and then you kind of build on that, and you go from there. You sound like my partner Holly. I wish to believe, but here we are 30-something more years ago. I've not learned, but it just takes time. There's people that, because you're in that stage of your life where you're all doing all different things, and you're busy with your career, and there'll be a time where, it's time for a new skill or a new passion, and you might find that like that type of therapy in cooking or in creating. Maybe it's something that you hate all aspects of cooking, but you really like making muffins. And that's your type of thing. That's you hate all type of cooking and baking, but you love making muffins. And that for you is therapy, and that for you is that, you know, clears your mind, and you might find something that you really, really enjoy. Just like making something and then sticking it in the oven and it cooks. I feel stovetop cooking requires constant attention, so a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I understand that and stuff. So how long do you marinate the chicken? It's dependent on how much time you have and how much effort. They're like average on stream, I'll let it marinate for like 20 minutes. If I'm cooking at home, I might let it cook for like, marinate for 10. The thing is marinating doesn't actually penetrate into the meat like people think and whatever. It's more marinating is to let the flavors meld and the sauce in itself kind of mingle, and that's what enhances the flavor and letting it sit for a little bit longer. But marinating isn't completely necessary for your dish. And at the end of the day, if you can make this straight away and cook it and be done with it in 30 minutes. And if that helps you cook longer, if that helps you cook this recipe, rather than feeling like, oh my God, I don't have 5 hours because I need to let it marinate for an hour or whatever, then I would love that. Like, people get caught up in things that they should and shouldn't do, and feeling as though they need to let it marinate or they need to be prepared ahead of time. This will taste just as good if you make it like in 30 minutes than it will in 4 hours. Things like bologneses and simmering them for a longer period of time is a little bit different because you've got the sugars and the caramelization and the reducing of the liquids. That is a little bit different to the marinating. So yeah, it's just something that you'll learn over time, and you can choose if you want to like do it or you don't. There's so many things in cooking, whereas like you have options. You go to a fork in the road, you can do that, but you can do that if you want to. If you don't, if you're stuck for time, or if you don't really care, go down this. And that's my kind of ethos. Is a lot of the time I want food now. I don't want to have to wait, and I want to be able to teach you that, if that's for you, fabulous. If you want to make stock from scratch, you want to let things simmer for a long time, and do that. For me, I call myself like a hashtag lazy cook, but like not in a negative way. It's like, it's a functional form of cooking where it fits more into your lifestyle. You're more likely to do it than feeling as though you're overwhelmed because you need to fit in a 4-hour cooking time, things like that. If you want to make slow cooked food in a fraction of the time, use a pressure cooker. It's amazing. You don't have to slow cook food. You don't have to do this and that to have good food. Whatever good food is food that you make in the time limit that you have and the food that you like. All right. Approachable food, So spices are in there. We're going to add this garlic. So just crushed garlic. So when I'm talking about like marinating, in comparison to like letting the flavors meld, the garlic, when we crush, so garlic, when it is cut, it releases an enzyme. Oh, I don't know if it's an enzyme, but it releases a product called allicin, and it's kind of like a defense mechanism. So the more you cut or the more you process garlic, the more allicin is created. And so that's that spiciness of garlic. So if you want it to be spicier, you want to mince and you want to process into a paste. If you want less allicin and you want less spicy garlic, what you want to do is slice it. But so I've minced the garlic here and like crushed it up, and letting that sit in the spices and the salt will then help release those flavors and let all the flavors meld and have a little good time. It's like them going to a party, all the flavors going to a party, and getting to know each other before they go to a conference. They're getting to know each other. It's like kind of like a team building exercise. That's what kind of like this process, the marinating process is. Not necessarily to impart flavor and penetrate the chicken. It's like they're having a party. It's like an icebreaker. That's it. Marketing term, see? It's a garlic icebreaker. But it's a benefit for all of the flavors in the marinade. The cinnamons, getting to know the cloves. Star anise is the party addict. That's the one you got to worry about some a little bit of drugs. And then the turmeric is everyone like, hey guys, calm down. Everyone have some fun, chill out. And then the peppers going and the chili going, woo, let's go crazy. And they're all getting to know each other, imparting some of their good energy on the other ones, getting a little bit of liveliness going on. Yeah. So the tenderizing thing, it's dependent. There's some food science behind it. It's dependent on what type of protein you're using. So there's a lot more involved in it during what I'm saying. I'm in the process of, I was supposed to read on my week out, but I didn't get around to that. But I want to do some blog posts on this type of topic on the website about like meat tenderizing and, things that falsity, it's not a word, is falsity a word? Those false things that we're told around cooking. Breaks. Just you can call me Mythbuster Molly. One day, piece one day. I want to get a team to help me. No, should be soon, but I'm not giving a date because things are a little bit harder than I expected. We're talking Alison, the goalkeeper. What? Okay, I just put some crushed ginger in there and garlic. Usually I grate ginger I'd keep it in the freezer, but I got a substitution from the grocery store of ginger paste. It's not too bad, but it's not the best either. Oh, that's good. I need some salt. Food Mythbusters. Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh shit. That's a bit spicy. So depending how much you want to do, I've been told the Australian chicken breasts, chicken boobies, are a bit bigger than other people's. So no, I won't weigh them out. You just want one. Let's go two. Two chicken breasts. Okay. The recipe says 500 grams. Okay, 1 pound. Pound. Just move this way. In our household, when we make curries, stir fries, we like the chicken chopped up smaller. We don't like large chunks. So it's up to you what you would like. Let's go here. Just move these guys away. So all I do is one usable piece. And then, so you just like thin as kind of strips, like that. And then all I do is like line them up like this. You can stack them if you want, and then just slice through. I actually got my mat out to sit underneath this so it wouldn't slip. And look what I'm doing.